for the industry. And a belly-to-belly throw by the intense Bron Breakker.
Your ultimate destination for jaw-dropping twists, electrifying returns, and shocking moments that shake the very foundation of professional wrestling. Tonight, we dive into one of the most unpredictable, intense, and emotionally charged matches in recent WWE history. This is the story of how CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Sami Zayn forged a temporary alliance on SmackDown to take down the ruthless trio of Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and the returning Bronson Reed in a war that rocked the WWE Universe to its core. The rise of a ruthless faction, Seth Rollins' quest for absolute control. The seeds of chaos were sown the week following Saturday Night Main Event, when Seth Rollins made it crystal clear that he was no longer content being just a world title contender. His hunger was deeper. He craved power, control, and the utter annihilation of anyone who dared to oppose him. Alongside the raw, destructive force of Bron Breakker, Rollins began assembling a faction built on dominance and fear, a trio that would ravage anyone standing in their way. Then the final piece fell into place. Bronson Reed, the towering powerhouse once thought destined to clash with Rollins, made a shocking return, not as a rival, but as an ally. Together, this formidable trio unleashed a campaign of violence, with CM Punk and Sami Zayn as their first victims. The brutal backstage ambush left Punk battered and Zayn bloodied, setting the stage for a seismic shift in the WWE landscape. Shadows stir, Roman Reigns watches and strategizes. While Rollins' faction spread chaos, a watchful eye lingered in the shadows. Roman Reigns, absent for weeks and seemingly distanced from his bloodline duties, had been observing Solo Sikoa's struggles to hold the family together. But as Rollins' power grew, Roman realized this was no longer a battle of family loyalty. This was survival. Even his legendary dominance wouldn't be enough to stop this monstrous trio alone. In a stunning move, Roman appeared on last week's SmackDown, walking into the locker room to stand silently alongside CM Punk and Sami Zayn. There were no handshakes, no formalities, just three warriors united by a single goal: to dismantle Seth Rollins and his destructive new faction. The Night of Reckoning. Six-man tag team. Match sets the stage for war. Fast forward to this week's SmackDown, where anticipation reached a fever pitch. The electric atmosphere was palpable from the moment the arena lights dimmed. Video packages replayed the devastating attacks inflicted by Rollins' group. Bron Breakker slamming Punk through announcers' tables, Bronson Reed crushing Zayn against unforgiving steel steps, and Rollins himself grinning with the cold calculation of a master strategist. Roman Reigns arrived with a presence unlike any before. Gone was the cocky swagger. In its place stood a focused, angry tribal chief ready to wage war. This wasn't about the bloodline. This was about ending a threat that jeopardized everything WWE stood for. Backstage, CM Punk wrapped his fists, locking eyes with Sami Zayn. "We do this together," Punk said grimly. "All or nothing." Roman nodded from the side, a silent vow sealing their pact. The war erupts, a battle for WWE's future. The crowd erupted as Seth Rollins, clad in black and flanked by the muscular Bron Breakker and the towering Bronson Reed, marched to the ring like a destructive force of nature. They radiated confidence, unbreakable, unyielding, and deadly. Then came the heroes. Sami Zayn, running down the ramp with fiery determination, the heart and soul of the fight. CM Punk followed, the voice of defiance and resilience, bringing years of grit and veteran savvy. Finally, Roman Reigns entered to thunderous applause, his aura commanding the arena's energy. This was not the Roman of old. This was a man laser-focused on battle, a warrior ready to reclaim control. The tribal chief strikes. Roman Reigns turns the tide. Roman charged into the fray, the entire arena shaking with his arrival. He speared Bronson Reed with sudden violence, sending the giant crashing to the mat. Breakker tried to intervene, but was met with a devastating Superman punch, flying off the apron to the outside. Roman's cold stare locked onto Rollins, who retreated to the corner, his confident smirk fading into wary calculation. Roman charged again, but Rollins ducked, sending Roman crashing into the turnbuckle. Rollins attempted a stomp, but Roman rose in time, catching him mid-air and slamming him down with a spine-rattling powerbomb. The finale, triumph, and a chilling warning. All 6 men spilled into the ring in a chaotic melee. Punk landed the GTS on Bronson Reed, Sami Zayn followed with a hellacious kick on Breakker, and Roman delivered a thunderous spear that felled Rollins. The referee counted to 3, and the arena exploded in cheers. The trio of Roman, Punk, and Zayn had silenced Rollins' faction, at least for the moment. But the night wasn't over. Roman looked over at Punk, then to Zayn, before the camera cut to the ramp, where Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker stood frozen, faces twisted in shock and fury. The confident smirks had vanished. Slowly, Roman's enforcer raised a hand to his throat, making a chilling slash gesture. A silent but deadly message. You betrayed me. Now you pay the price. Aftermath. Fear in Paul Heyman's camp and the future of WWE backstage. Chaos reigned. Cameras caught Paul Heyman pacing frantically, Rollins throwing a furious tantrum, and Breakker storming off in frustration. This was no longer the calm before the storm. This was fear, pure and unfiltered. Roman's silent warning spoke louder than any promo or punch. He didn't need to fight tonight. His presence alone sent a message of inevitable reckoning. Meanwhile, Rollins seethed, promising destruction. This isn't over, he snarled at the cameras. They'll need 3 legends to stop us next time. We'll burn it all down. What's next? The WWE war rages. On with Money in the Bank looming, the stakes have never been higher. Seth Rollins' faction may have suffered defeat, but their fire is far from extinguished. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn now carry the target of vengeance on their backs. Will Roman return to his bloodline roots or stay to battle Seth? Can CM Punk finally chase that elusive world title? And will Rollins expand his faction to crush all opposition? One thing's for sure, WWE will never be the same after this war. Stay tuned, because if this week was war, next week might be total annihilation.